Hello everybody, and welcome to the Chili Bowl feature event. One more race to go after this one, and this is where things could get interesting as we get into the starting lineups for your feature event. Dejon Weeks and Kyle Collins will make up the first row of this feature event. First pole for Dejon Weeks this year. The 334 Bob Shopke and Dick Porkins will make up row number 2. A very interesting second row as they're usually on the front. Nick Pericles and Chris Dodd, a couple of teammates in row number 3, and it seems to me like this is going to be a race filled with different teams. Alex Tanker on the inside of row 4 with TJ Hanley to his outside, and another couple of teammates with Roy Bruce in the 808 and JT Hanley on the outside of row 5. Row 6, however, will have the 98 of Jake Rogers to the inside and Zachary Fitzwater in the 59 to the outside of him. In row number 7 is going to be the 604 of Eric Willis. To his outside is the 25 of Carson Scott. Row number 8 will be the 2 car of Cody Smart, and to his outside is the 12A of Kyle Maxwell. Row number 9 coming up next will be the number 5 of Joshua Jones, a nice job getting in from the LCS, and the 5 and the 24Y of Mike Serra. And your final row will feature the 12 car of Daniel Maxwell and the 6 car of Matthew Brown. That is your starting lineups here for the MSCA Quaker State Late Model Series, race number 10 here at the Chili Bowl. We've seen a lot of action so far in the first 3 races, and the feature seems to be like it's going to give us some more. Green flag is out, and the 21 of Dejon Weeks is taking the field. And not as good of a jump. Looks like the same kind of jump that the 604 got in the LCS. But now he's out to a comfortable lead over his team driver in the 334. But now the 31 of Nick Pericles making a move to the inside. He's going to potentially take over that spot. The 31 challenging for the second position, and he's going to take it. However, now he's got a pretty decent gap to get up to the 21 car of Dejon Weeks. A few other drivers behind him, potentially some points contenders in the next race, depending on how they finish. But Nick Pericles, the one driver that really needs to make up as much points as he can. One of those drivers that also needs to make up a pretty decent amount of points is the 808 of Roy Bruce. He's on the cusp of not making the contention list for the next race. The 808 of Roy Bruce has had a very good season, a little bit up and down towards the middle, but he has been fairly consistent overall. We've considered him to be one of the most consistent drivers, but considering the fact now that Lucas Tran has surpassed him by a lot, the 808 car of Roy Bruce, still one of the better drivers in the series. That's saying something, considering that there wasn't a lot of high hopes for this driver, but the fact that he's got a pretty decent race car and the fact that he's been able to finish fairly well in most of these feature events, when he gets into them, it's something to commend him for, at least. He still has not gotten a win yet. I believe neither Hanleys have gotten a win either, but that still hasn't deterred the 808 car as well as the 80 car of JT. Another driver that's pretty determined to get some decent finishes in these last 2 events, the 2 car of Cody Smart. In an interview, he actually said that he pretty much has nothing else to go for at this point, and well, he's pretty much right. He's got nothing else to go for but a victory, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's currently back in, I believe, 7th or 8th position, behind the 604 of Roy Bruce. He's actually back in the 6th position, my bad. But the 2 car of Cody Smart, up and down season so far, was able to make the feature at Springfield, despite having wrecked in his heat race, and that's currently the only heat race crash that we've actually seen. The only car that's actually gone out in a heat race as well. So Cody Smart able to bounce back from that incident, and it's kind of surprising to see that team do so well. But Cody Smart definitely showing that he's got some skill in the dirt, but obviously he's got some focus somewhere else, especially in the ASCA and in the Pennzoil Pro Series, where he's starting his Pennzoil Pro Series program. Another driver who's got the chance to make a points championship happen, the 83 of Kyle Collins, currently mired back in 8th position, however. He's been doing fairly well. He's currently 3rd in points behind his teammate in the 31 car of Nick Pericles. But Kyle Collins has also had an up and down season. I don't believe he has a win either. But considering the fact that he's been considered 3rd in points, he's obviously been a fairly consistent driver, able to stay up into the front and make the features when he needs to be. Not much else to say, just the fact that he's been able to stay in 3rd place and that he's got a decent chance to make the feature event, to make the points championship. He's also hoping that he can make the next feature event, which I'm pretty sure he will. But a lot of good things coming out of that CJ Racing camp, as both Kyle Collins and Nick Pericles having very good seasons between them. 2nd and 3rd, no really any reason to argue of how good this team has been doing and how well these drivers are. And speaking of CJ Racing, let's go to his teammate Nick Pericles, who's currently caught up to the 21 car, who's also caught some lap traffic. The 50 car of Alex Tanker is currently last place, but the 21 car has caught up to him. But the 31 car wants to get by the 21. And now it's a battle for the lead as Nick Pericles takes the inside away from the 21 of Dejon Weeks, and he's going to pretty much clear him in turns 1 and 2. But at the same time, Dejon Weeks coming right back at the 31 car. Dejon Weeks wants a win. He wants his driver to do as well as he can for that final event, and he wants to make sure that Lucas Tran has the best possible chance of winning the championship. And that's exactly what Dejon Weeks is doing right now. A very good job of keeping his lead protected as he goes just straight back against the 31 car. Now the 334 car, Bob Schopke, the team driver of DW Motorsports, has already won 2 races in the last 3, and DW Motorsports is looking to make it the 3rd race that they've won in the last 4. A definitely growing streak, as we can see here. The 31 has dropped all the way back to 3rd, and this is really not what Nick Pericles wanted to see. He wanted to be up at the front, he wanted to be leading, and he wanted to be winning this race. But it looks like DW Motorsports has other plans, as they want to see their driver succeed and win the points championship. Bob Schopke really not in the best of shape to win it, but Lucas Tran is. However, white flag is waved. 1 lap to go for the 21 of Dejon Weeks, and he will win here at the Chili Bowl. Bob Schopke in 2nd. DW Motorsports finishes 1-2 at the Chili Bowl. And Dejon Weeks, with his first win, completes pretty much the trifecta for DW Motorsports. Here's your finishing results. Dejon Weeks with the nice win, his first of the season. Bob Schopke with the 2nd place finish. Nick Pericles, a difficult 3rd place. 4th is Roy Bruce. 5th is Eric Willis. 6th is Cody Smart. 7th, JT Hanley. 8th, Kyle Collins. 9th is Mike Serra. And 10th is Jack Porkins. 11th, Jake Rogers. That's definitely going to knock him out of contention. 12th is Daniel Maxwell. 13th, Zachary Fitzwater. 14th, TJ Hanley. 15th, Carson Scott. 16th, with another 100%, is Chris Dodd. 17th, Joshua Jones. 18th, Kyle Maxwell. 19th, Alex Tanker. And rounding out your field is the 6th car of Matthew Brown. And as we finish up with the feature results, let's go into your point standings, and it has shrunk significantly as Nick Pericles now holds a 3-point deficit on the 4 car. Kyle Collins not too far behind in 3rd. Porkins has a difficult way to go. He's 20 points back in 4th. 5th is Roy Bruce, only a couple points behind Porkins in 6th. Very on the cusp is the 334 Bob Schopke. The rest of the drivers have been knocked out of contention. 11th will be Jake Rogers. 12th is Chris Dodd. 13th, Cody Smart. 14th is Tanya Breyer. 15th, Alex Tanker. 16th, Sam Rogers. 17th, TJ Hanley. Ferdinand Gabat, 18th. 19th, Brock McMahon. And finishing out your top 20 in points is going to be the 62V of Eric Heiden. And now for the back third of your field, Henrietta Fitzwater in 21st, tied with Mike Serra in the 24Y with 140 each. Gabriel Wanderley with 132 points in 23rd. 24th is Carson Scott with 127. Joshua Jones with 106 points. And anyone else under 100 pretty much out of contention. Patrick Curtis, both Maxwells, Matthew Brown, and Callum Wood make up 25th through 30th. That is going to be it for the Chili Bowl event here. I thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you for the finale at Devil's Bowl.